Welcome on in, everybody, to the All Aussie Rules YouTube channel. It's semi-final weekend. Here comes the preview for the Port Adelaide versus Hawthorn game. We're going to have the other preview for the other match going live on the same channel 24 hours after this one does. So you'll be able to see them both before the games start. Massive weekend of footy. We're going to preview the game in a nice, short, quick, precise way, as always. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments who's going to win this one and by how many points. Also, check out all the socials. Podcast goes live here every week 2 times. So go check all that out and let's jump into Port Adelaide Hawthorn Friday night footy. And here's the teams. Before we look at anything else, 2 changes for Port Adelaide. Josh Zinn and Todd Marshall coming into the team. Ryan Burton, Jed McEntee go out. For Hawthorn, Jai Sarong comes in for Sam Frost, who is making way for him. 2 milestones for Hawthorn. Dylan Moore playing game number 100 and Luke Bruce playing game number 300. So massive achievement from both of them. It's going to be an interesting matchup all over the ground, let's be honest. The midfield's going at it. Hawthorn's midfield has taken over recently, really starting to fly. Jai Newcomb's had a sensational second half of the year. Warple's playing great. The wing is going to be an interesting role. You'd imagine D'Ambrosio, based on how he played last week, is going to be really good here. Obviously, subs haven't been announced yet, but we'll see how that plays out. You'd think Hawthorn, based on what we've seen recently, they match up quite well here against Port Adelaide. Last time they've met once this year. Port Adelaide won it by a point. Same ground at Adelaide Oval in about round 10 or so. Can't remember exactly what week it was. Maybe round 8. But yeah, Port Adelaide got over the line by a point in that one after Hawthorn led by 4 or 5 goals most of the day. And Port Adelaide even kicked 2 goals in the last half a minute to steal the game on that occasion. That's that screen, sorry. So here it is, Port Adelaide, tail of the tape versus Hawthorn. Numbers, if you look at the numbers overall, Port Adelaide probably look pretty decent in this one, but if you just take into account what happened last week, all of a sudden the numbers look a lot better for Hawthorn because they were sensational last week against the Doggies, and the Port Adelaide Power were not great against Geelong. Score sources are interesting. Port Adelaide really good from kick-ins, but Hawthorn defend the kick-in very, very well, so that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Port Adelaide's best area of the ground to score, best source, to score their scores from is stoppages, a plus 5 points per game from stoppages. So they'll be relying on that, I think, heavily, whereas Hawthorn are a team that dominates scoring from turnovers. As you can see, they are a heavy turnover team. If you look down at that bottom row, they get 3 extra intercepts per game than their opposition, and their scores from turnovers is plus 9.7 points per game. So they're outstanding in that facet, and I think that's going to be crucial in this one. So if Hawthorn can control that turnover game, they're going to be very hard to beat in this one. Areas of the ground that teams score from, Port Adelaide really good from the centre bounces, plus 4.2 points per game, whereas Hawthorn, they chain it from the back line, plus 9.3 points per game. So I think Hawthorn look like the winners in this one. Turnover game and defensive chains, they're dominating in both of those facets lately. I think the key to Port Adelaide winning this one is their pressure game. They're going to have to come in. They're the best tackling team that's pretty much left in the game outside of GWS. I think that might be a complete exaggeration, but I don't think it is. They're a really high tackle team. They're a really high pressure team. If they can manage to bring their best in terms of that and keep Hawthorn under pressure, the one thing they cannot let Hawthorn do here is control that uncontested football, because as soon as Hawthorn control uncontested football, there's just no stopping them. They don't turn it over, and they eventually go forward and score. It's the way it's happened all year. My tip for this one, let's go Hokball. We can't go against it. What we've seen from them last week, they have to win, don't they? I wouldn't be surprised to see Port Adelaide bounce back after an atrocious game last week. But Hawthorn Hawks have been playing too good of late to back against them here. So we're going for them. Big game Friday night. As I said, let me know down in the comments who's going to win, how many points by. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Plenty of content every day, basically, at the moment. So check it all out. Thanks for watching. Catch us on the next one.